Welcome inside episode 616 of the Locked On Senators podcast. I'm Ross Levitan on the outskirts of enemy territory in Winnipeg, Manitoba, alongside Brandon Piller up in the Blue Mountains, and it is Shark Week on LOSP.
Egor Sokolov joins us once again for another fun chat. Classic. We didn't prepare any questions, just vibes. We went over 30 minutes with Egor. He talks all about last season with the Belleville Senators, his offseason, and an exclusive story about him and another Sens player you're not going to want to miss.
Two big fellas going at it. There's your tease for that. Plus a little bit of World Junior talk. This is the Locked On Senators podcast. Your team every day.
Locked On Senators, your daily podcast on the Ottawa Senators. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Thank you for making Locked On Senators your first listen on this Monday, August 15th. We are free and available on all platforms, including on YouTube, where the best way you can help the show grow is to like the video by clicking the thumbs up, subscribing to the Locked On Senators channel, and leave a comment below. I want to know which story that Egor tells us is your favorite today, because there's a few great ones in there. Pilsy, way to start the show by saying we did no prep.
I mean, yeah, that's very opposite for me. Often I'm doing a lot of prep, but that's the kind of setup you need for this interview, though, because Igor's like lying down on his couch, just hanging out. We're just hanging out. We don't have any hard-hitting questions. It's just like, hey, Egor, what's up? And then like pass the mic over to him. And that's basically how it goes. And he's just, his demeanor and his East Coast style personality that's now become a part of him after he's been living there for a while is just so fun to follow along with. So you guys are going to love this chat with Egor, as you probably liked all our other chats with Egor. Great dude.
And you can't blame him for wanting to lay down on the couch. This guy had just been skating with Nathan MacKinnon and Sidney Crosby, among others, right before joining us. So we always appreciate his time. Just a laid-back, good dude. Love the shot he took at us at the end of the interview, too. We'll let you wait and see. Also, if you want to get hammered, drinking game, how many times do I say brother in the last 20 seconds of this interview? I got carried away. So if you want to go there. Quick little moment to talk World Juniors. It wasn't a very eventful weekend for Senators prospects. Roby Jarventie did score off his teammate, I guess. Nice little setup backdoor. Levi Merlainen, I think we spoke right after on Friday. He had that really tough start, but tonight, 4 out of 6 Sens prospects in action. Ridley Gregg and Zach Ostapchuk from Canada, and then Levi Merlainen and Roby Jarventie. That's going to be must-watch TV tonight if you're a Sens fan.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the game that both teams want to win so they can have the top of that group. And arguably the two best teams in this group, obviously. So it's going to be fun to see them go head-to-head. And that's going to set up the quarterfinals here. As Ross, we got to touch on, I know no Sens prospects, but stick taps to Team Latvia. Oh my God. Their first win in 10 years, and they will be going to the quarterfinals. What a moment for that country. Holy moly.
You're happy for them because you're happy by association for Rudolph Balcers, right?
Yes, that is true. Yes. My Latvian son, Rudolph Balcers.
That's awesome. Ridley Gregg, another great goal the other day. This guy's just having an awesome tournament. So we're hoping to see more of that. And I'm excited for the quarterfinals to be here. Yes, that Latvia win yesterday was huge, but the amount of blowouts we're seeing, like we talked before the tournament, Canada and US, they can withstand the loss of some of their top players, but like Slovakia would have been competitive with Machar, Slavkovsky, and Nemec. Instead, they're losing 11-1 to Canada. So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. Those are some top tier prospects that just aren't around. And when you're a smaller, cocky development country like that, those are your prize jewels. Like that's how you get by, is by kind of having those guys shoulder a lot of the heavy lifting. So it's really unfortunate for them that they don't have the top players around.
Even Austria, right? Marco Kasper. Would have been fun to see what he could do. So, well, Kasper's busy with Oscar Pettersson out in SHL preseason with Rogla. If you missed our interview last week, we had Oscar Pettersson on. Lots of great interviews. We are in interview season now at Locked On Senators. We've got a Sens Central Citizen coming up on Wednesday. On Friday, Angus Crookshank. And then next Monday, might be a little bit of a later drop. We're recording it a little bit later on. But we're going to have Cameron O'Neill, another Senators pick from this past draft. I'm looking forward to that. Always fun introducing to the fan base. But what's also fun about Cameron O'Neill, just go to Elite Prospects, check out his stats last season, how much fun was playing high school hockey, 150 points in 50 games, something like that for Cameron O'Neill. So excited to talk to that. And there might be an exciting interview in the midst here, but I will not be teasing that today, tomorrow, or the next. That might be a surprise drop, but we are working on some fun things here at Locked On Senators. All right, Pilsy, why don't you tell us a quick word from our friends at Built Bar, and then we'll get to our interview with Egor.
Sounds good. And Egor, he's bulking up and he's really putting in the work this offseason. So I'm sure he would love some Built Bars. And you can love some Built Bars too. If you haven't tried them, you got to try them, guys. It's the protein bar that tastes like a candy bar. They've been a sponsor of ours for a long time. So I've had the pleasure of trying a lot of their flavors. Ross just got some in his mail. Ross, you got the puffs, right?
I got the puffs. The cookie dough is absolutely ridiculous. It is so good. I had to check the packaging afterwards again. I was like, I sell these things and I just talk about how nutritious they are. But then when I'm eating them, I literally feel like I'm eating a chocolate bar. It's the protein bar
that tastes like a candy bar, Ross. They're even fooling Built Bar veterans like you and me. And yeah, when you have the cookie dough one, like maybe you think, oh, it's going to be cookie dough flavor or whatever. No, there is big chunks of actual cookie dough. And
all held together by marshmallows.
And all wrapped up in a beautiful chocolate layer, as all Built Bars are covered in 100% chocolate. That's why we love Built Bar. They find out how to make their bars taste good, and then let's figure out how to make them healthy after. And that's the Built Bar way. Don't just take our word for it, though. Check it out for yourself at built.com. And as a loyal listener, you know we're going to hook you up with a promo code. Use promo code LOCK15 for 15% off your next order.
Dude, how about Dave Bush coming in saying he's getting Built Puffs pina colada flavor? Are you kidding me? All the new flavors coming out all the time at our friends at Built Bar.
I didn't even know that was a flavor. That is incredible. Attaboy Dave Bush for getting on the Built Bars, and you can too. One more time for you guys. Go to built.com. Use promo code LOCK15 for 15% off your next order. It's Built Bar, the protein bar that tastes like a candy bar.
All right, now let's get to our latest interview with friend of the show, Ottawa Senators prospect, Belleville Senators top scorer. It's Egor Sokolov. All right, we now welcome back one of our favorite friends of the show. It's Ottawa Senators prospect, Egor Sokolov. Egor, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Oh, not much. Pretty good, pretty good.
Dude,
how are you guys doing?
It's been almost a year since we've had you on the show. That's unacceptable, eh?
I know it's unacceptable on your guys' side.
Hey, I came all the way out to Halifax to see you, so we made it happen one way or another. And now it's great to have you back on the show. And that was crazy, Ross. When I saw Egor walked in, I was like, damn, this guy has been grinding all season. You were looking good, buddy.
Yeah, well, it's been since we were done. I've been going for about 12 weeks now of training, so I'm sure it's paying off. So yeah.
Hey, Egor, was Pilsy taller than you thought he would be?
Honestly, I did.
He's a big kid, eh?
Yeah,
big guy. Big guy.
He should have kept going in 10. He could be challenging Mads for a spot here. Hey, we just had Sogi on a little while ago, and he wouldn't let us help him design his mask. Isn't that rude? He never followed up with us.
Sogi? Well,
yeah, man.
It's goalies. It's goalies. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
goalies are the worst.
I lived with him all year long. Like, come on.
What's something that the average person wouldn't know about Mads that you can share? Because we know goalies, we're a goalie-friendly show. We're all a little weird. Does he have any routines either before games? I remember I'll give you some time to think while I say that game where we met you in Winnipeg. He dropped a ball, and I was so scared to mess with his routine. I just ran out of the way. I was like, no. You can get it. And then he kind of looked at me like, what, you're not going to give it to me? But they're goalies, man. I didn't want to mess with his routine.
True.
Yeah, I think one of the things I've noticed, so if we go to the game, and I usually, stop for a coffee anywhere. So if he is playing the game, he's never going to get a coffee. But if he's backing up, he's always like, can you get me one as well? That's something I found, like his routine. He never drinks coffee before the games he plays, but when he doesn't play, he drinks coffee.
Probably has a thermos on the bench, like Bruce Gallow back in the day.
Literally, a little bagel with the cup of coffee.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Goalies are so weird.
I think that's what I found was weird. Like usually, I guess me, like before a game, I want to have a coffee when I play, right? But
what's your order? Are you just black coffee?
Oh, usually iced coffee.
I was gonna say he had the iced coffee when we met up.
Oh yeah, cold brew with splash of almond milk.
There you go. You got to get that
keep
in
it,
there.
Keep it light.
Yeah. But, man, you see these some guys. Do you get like the extra large ones too?
No, just like the large.
Yeah. Okay. Still a large, man. That's a lot of coffee. All right.
It's pretty big. Gets the job
He's
done.
getting fired up. Igor, are you a smelling salts guy?
Oh yeah.
What's your routine with the smelling salt? Like during the anthem, right before the game, before each period? How does that work?
I usually do like after the anthems. I put like some water in my bag and then a little smelling salt. I smell all those smelling salts. All my brain cells are went away with that. I gotta stop doing that. I think I'm not getting really brave smelling that stuff before every period.
And you have no idea what's in it, eh?
Oh, no idea.
Does anyone?
No.
No, I
can't be good.
People do.
Can't be good.
Yeah, this stuff is gonna wake me up. Okay.
Yeah.
100%. So now that you've had time, that was your first full season playing pro hockey. Obviously, the first year was so weird with COVID and everything, playing in Ottawa. But what was the overall thoughts now that you've had time to think about how the whole season went?
You know what? To be honest with you, I think I don't think maybe many people will realize how much adversity we had this season as well. That I don't think many people think of. Like, the training camp and everything was perfect. Like we had kind of a normal stuff. We needed to do COVID test once in 3 days, I believe. So that was totally fine. Like, make sure nobody has it. But then once we went back to Belleville and then the first time I got called up the first time when Ottawa had the COVID and everything, right? So, I obviously was really happy about, getting called up your first NHL game, but, it wasn't as experienced maybe, some guys would have gotten when, it's no COVID or something because, I couldn't go out for dinner in Boston the night before, just, enjoy the Boston overall. Like I couldn't do that. We were in hotel stock and stuff like that. So, but I think just like start from there where, I played 4 games and then I had to quarantine myself out for a week before I got sent down to Belleville. So I had to quarantine by myself 7 days and then go to Belleville and play basically. So that was the first adversity. And then second time we were playing in Utica and one of our guys got COVID. So we had to like isolate ourselves for like 4 days or 3 days, make sure nobody else had it. So that's another 4 days on top of already 7. And then that time before Christmas, we went to US for a big road trip. It was like Providence, Lehigh Valley, and some other teams. And after a game against Providence, I think we played them and then we played Lehigh Valley, I believe. Did we? So we played Providence, I'm pretty sure. And then, we went to Lehigh and then our next game was supposed to be in Syracuse.
Okay.
So, and we had like 3 or 4 days in between games. And so we beat Providence. We come to Lehigh, we have a day off, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Next day we wake up for practice and they're, walking in and telling us, here's 4 guys tested positive. So then, we're like, well, there's no point we're not going to play, right? Like we're going to go home. And then the league was, really slow on making a decision about us playing or not. And, all the boys are nervous, and especially me and guys like Matt and me, because we're international. Yeah. If you weren't Canadian, you couldn't cross the border. You had to have us stay in US for 14 days on your own.
Wow.
You're not,
I didn't think of that. Damn.
So that's what and Matt ended up doing, because he tested positive and he spent his Christmas in the US on his own. And I did get lucky because my test was pending. So my test was pending or whatever. So I was able to cross the border. And then anyways, still we came back to Belleville, and it was one way or the other. If you're not testing positive, if you're negative, you still have to isolate for 2 weeks because you've been in contact with everybody. So I was like, well, at this point, I may as well just have it and don't have to test it already for next 3 months or something. So I did have it. So spent the Christmas by myself. Everybody spent the Christmas on their own in houses by themselves for 2 weeks, and it was just lots of adversity. So I think not many people realize how much adversity we had last year, but it was quite a few.
And it's stupid too. Dumb season, and it finished off like, you don't have to comment unless you want to. The playoff format was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You guys came home. You played your first playoff game at home, facing elimination
as the top seed.
That makes no sense.
I have an opinion on that. I really think it wasn't a fair playoffs overall. I think that the fact that we had to, the last 3 months of the season, we had to win every single game, and we went 25-11-2 or whatever. Yep. And we still had to qualify for a playoff spot. That was, that was a little bit weird and different. Yeah. I think, it probably, I guess I see their perspective that they wanted to do extra round because there was no playoffs for 2. But I think best of the 3, that's just like not fair. Like at least best of the 5.
Yeah, flip a coin. Whatever, best of 3.
Yeah, like best of 3, that's just like a kids tournament. Like, you know what I mean? That's not a pro hockey. So I think that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair opinion.
Yeah, and Igor, when we met up, you were telling me all about the lead up to the playoffs and what that was like for you guys. Just reiterate again, like you were saying, like the battle to get to that playoff spot, and basically we were following along. It was night in, night out. Every game mattered so much. What was the energy like in the room and with the coaching staff in those last couple of weeks leading up to the playoffs when you're trying to clinch a spot for Belleville's first ever playoff berth?
Well, I think it was just overall, real, I guess, how do I say that? We all glued together. I mean, at the start of the season, lots of guys from AHL, we got called up, and then the guys from East Coast League went to play for us. And, the guys had to play games without, 8, 9 actual AHL players. So that was an adversity where, and the team was getting points. But when we came down to that, after Christmas, when, actually like the COVID and everything dropped already kind of towards that, where we all had it. We didn't have to test for 3 months anymore. And I thought just like at that point, like I remember Troy coming in after that Christmas break, whatever COVID thing went off. And he said to us, well, if you look at the standing, guys, if you win one game, you could go from 6 to 2. If you lose one game, you can go from 2 to 6. So now every game for us matters. It was only Utica because they just started so hard that season. 18-0 or whatever, so they were just ahead of everybody. But then, us, Marlies, and all other teams, we were, and Cleveland won. Cleveland was off the books as well. They were just, already a last place. So, yeah, and I remember Troy just telling us, there is no nights off, and I remember just, realizing, looking at the standings, and we played some games, and then I'm like looking at it like we just won like 8 out of 10, and what is going on? Why are we still in 5th? Like,
honestly.
So, but I thought just energy overall. All the older guys were walking in the dressing room, and they were like, telling us, the playoff experience in AHL, like, gonna set myself like Brian Cole Reinhardt, and for us to hopefully get a job in NHL, and for us, for veteran players, if we win, lots of the NHL love the winners, so they're gonna look at us. So basically, mostly it was like an energy of, we're all here as a team, but we also, want to worry about our future too. So and people love winners. So I think that was like the biggest, I guess the biggest energy around the room, whereas everybody wanted to win so bad, and yeah, and like I said to you, like we went 25-11-2, whatever was it? Like
it was impressive.
It was a really impressive end of the season. We were, at the start of the year, we were losing to Marlies every game, and then at the end of the season, we were the ones who took their playoff hopes off of their hands. We beat them 2 games in a row, like 6-2 and 7-2, and we already clinched the spot, and we didn't need to, we only tried to win that game, so we can avoid the best of the 3 thing. So like I said, I think we kind of found what kind of identity our team had. In my opinion, we didn't have the most skill on our team, but I thought, for us, we, like Troy was telling us as well, for us to win a game, it has to be like 2-1, 3-2 game, not that we're going to go out there and outscore a team, 7-2, 7-4, 7-6 games. That's not the type of games we would win.
Oh. What is it about Troy, man? Everyone talks about how great of a communicator and coach he is. Like, what did you notice now you've had him for 2 seasons that makes him such a great coach?
I think he just, he's just a player's coach. He just, always tries to communicate with you, and he saw me go, having ups and downs this year, and then specifically when I had downs, he would always call me and then talk to me and just remind me that I'm a good player. I made it to here. Not many guys make it even to AHL. So just like him being meeting you halfway, like I would say, just being a player's coach overall, and just if he doesn't like how you perform, he's gonna tell you. If you like how you perform, he's gonna tell you as well. It's no like I'm gonna tell you only good things about you, but I'm gonna hide the bad things. Like he's always gonna tell you bad things. He's gonna always point out the good things. So I think that's his biggest trait.
I like that. Well, you clearly did well under him. 50 points this season. 50 points, man. One off the team lead. Jake Lucchini had 51, but played in 8 more games. So I thought that was an awesome season for you. Oh, yeah. What was your exit interview like? What are you working on this summer to make sure that you have the best chance to make the Ottawa Senators next season?
I think for me overall, just how my most important thing I want to focus on this summer is just how quickly I can turn the page.
Yep.
From how I would say just from going and having 4 or 5 bad games to just going 1-2 and switch that.
Yeah,
I thought that was something if I had the resource during the season where I could have done that, and I probably would have ended up not 50 points, I would have ended up 57, 58 points, where 4 or 5 games sometimes I thought like I just like was in my head so much, was frustrated with my game. I couldn't put the puck in the net. I couldn't make the right play. Where, I think if it took me 1 or 2 games, I have those extra 5, 6 games where I would have been putting up points and I was confident in myself. So, yeah, I think that was that's the number one thing for me, just my head overall. How do I, move on from the bad games? So, the game wise, just keep working at it with, how quick I make decision with the puck. That was, I think, the most important thing I heard from the coaches. And, and like they told me, you have to be, coming in camp confident in yourself and what you can do.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting too, because I think a lot of young players, they're all focused on what happens on the ice and strength training and working on skating, and obviously that's all important. But hockey, your mental side of it, your mentality is such a big part of it, and you just talked about it there. What were you doing to change those mental things where you're in a bit of a slump, and like who did you talk to? Did the Sens have resources? Were there guys on the team where you'd be like, hey man, like, have you seen anything from my game? How can I improve on this? Or what was the process there for you to help get your confidence back up?
I think mostly I always was talking to Ben Sexton, our coach, our forward coach, because I thought we became really close to each other. And since, the day one, he was always, on me and talking to me, and we always would watch clips of my shifts and everything. So he would know, and I guess he would know me so well that he knows when I'm frustrated and, right. I'm not Igor Sokolov coming into the rink. He knows me me walking in the ring, having the best time at the ring, smiling, laughing, messing around, fucking around, freaking around, whatever. Sorry, I didn't mean to. So he knows that, like, he knows me. And then once he see me walking the ring off, he always comes up to me. He's like, "What's up? What's wrong? Talk to me." So I would always go in his room and I start talking to him, and I thought he was the one who was like opening my eyes wide, where he was telling me, "Hey, like, you came in your first year, you scored 15 goals. Like, why do you think you're a bad player? Like, why is your mindset you're a bad player? Like, you're here now, you're a number, one forward. Like, we expect we expect things from you." And
definitely.
So he was always just telling me, like, you gotta move on from, I don't think there's one player in the world who plays every game perfect.
Yep.
And who's not frustrated with their games, but what makes them the greatest, that how quickly they move on from those things. So that was it. Like, he was, and we also have a mental coach in the team as well. I reached out to her and talked to her. Like, so that was the things I've done to try to move on from those things as quick as possible.
Have you ever broken 2 sticks in 5 minutes like you did in Winnipeg?
That was quite an experience. That Winnipeg experience was something else. I was telling Brendan about me getting cut on my foot.
Yeah, that was
Winnipeg.
wild.
You remember when I went off the ice?
Yeah, I thought you were just hungry. I thought you were going to get a snack.
No, when
Quick Built Bar.
When everybody I think thought like I hurt my shoulder again.
Yeah. Because you just come back, I think, just before.
Yeah. Well, I got stepped on there, and I had to put stitches in my foot.
Stepped on through the skate and stitches through the skate. That is insane.
Yeah, the blades are sharp.
And I came off the ice. It was 1-1. Come back, it's 4-1. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I should have just stayed back in the dressing room.
Yeah, no, that was just a crazy weekend too. And obviously I got the souvenir there. I appreciate you for that. I've got the stick in case someone tries to break into my apartment. I got the shaft too. I can just give them a quick whack. But no, that was awesome to get to meet you there. And obviously I'm in an awkward spot where I want to let you guys do your thing. You're getting ready for a game. You're getting you're easing out after, stretching out after. And I'm like, all right, I just kind of feel awkward there, but you're awesome to come say hi. And I appreciate that about you, man. So you said this summer you're getting with the big dogs, and now you've got a pair of Stanley Cup champions you're working out with, not only Sidney Crosby, but Nate MacKinnon as well. What's the experience like? I know you've skated with them a bit before, but you said you were just on with them even this morning. So what's it like, the intensity level when you guys are out there?
Oh, I think it's unbelievable experience for a guy like me, where you go on the ice and first of all you just see Nate and Sid coming out there, and you just like your eyes just starting going around. You can't believe that. And the just intensity level, it's it's not 100%, it's 110%. And every drill it's max effort. And I think for guys like me, it's just awesome to see what it takes to get to their level and how hard they work in practices. And they don't take any time off in practices. That's not their thing. And now you see Nate winning a cup, and he's obviously happy, but you see him how hard he works now.
Just right back at it.
I'm pretty sure he works even harder this year than.
It's all good. I got you.
Yeah, he's working even harder this year than he worked last year, where he's a Stanley Cup champion right now, and so I'm sure he wants more, and he's hungry for more. So.
He's got to be able to say you went back to back, just like Sid, right? So Sid,
exactly.
Now it's like, okay, you got one cup. Let's see you do it back to back now, Nate Dog.
Yeah, it's definitely a competition between them, and I'm sure Sid wants to win now too. So he works extremely hard as well. So they're pushing one another, and they're pushing all us, younger guys who plays, at the AHL level right now. But it's just awesome to compete against them and see what they do to be the best in the world.
Are they always going head to head in battle drills?
Well, when we play like 3-on-3,
they're always on opposite teams.
It's never on the same team, and it's never taking it easy. It's never summer hockey 3-on-3, have fun skill. It's it's 100% max effort, and as competitive as we could get. as a real season.
It's got to be the best summer skate in the world. Like, I don't know anywhere else. Like, is Brad Marchand out there?
He's hurt right now,
he's
right?
Hurt.
Well,
right.
Yeah. He's hurt, but he was there last summer.
Is Drake out there skating with you guys?
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, there's another on pace over point per game guy at the NHL level.
Yeah, and an all-star. You can't take that away from him.
Aaron Dell tried to, but whatever.
Igor, how do those training sessions work? Like, is it literally just Nate and Sid out there like directing traffic? Is there a coach or a trainer out there, or like is there like set stuff, or how does that work?
Yeah, we have coaches, and they show us the drills, and if Nate and they want to do extra something, if the drill, they obviously going to give an idea, but most of the coaches run the things.
How many guys are out on the ice?
Today was 15.
Okay, wow. Man, that's a pretty exclusive company there. That's awesome, man. I'm so happy that you get to be a part of that. How's Drake looking?
As good as always.
He's ready?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's a really good player. It's all I can tell you.
Man, what I want to ask you, because I think when you were drafted, you were what, 240 pounds or close? Or let's say at your peak, before Gerard had to pull you aside and say, hey, let's eat right a little bit. So what's the difference of playing at? We saw you had a little trip in Miami. We saw the photo going at the beach, man. You got some abs coming out now. What's the difference playing at the weight you're at now versus when you were at we'll call it at your Ross Levitan?
Well, I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure you just overall, how much more conditioning you have in you, how much longer you can go at it, and obviously how much faster you are, and how much you can, switch sides, and how quicker you can turn, all these things, man. It's all, it's a crazy difference of how much the, extra weight on you is affecting your hockey performance.
Now, awesome. I understand like losing the weight and working out will help your speed, but have you had to adjust your game like physically, knowing like, hey, I'm not playing with an extra 25 pounds on me? Or is it kind of the difference, like now I've got that muscle instead of just all that extra weight? Like, how does that work?
Exactly. I'm sure, having a 20 pounds of fat not going to help you be stronger. Right. So, but I think having a more muscle in my body now is actually going to help me be stronger on the puck in the corners and in front of the net. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's all of that matters. Like, having a extra 20 pounds of fat is not going to make me any stronger or, help me win a battle. Whereas a guy, beside me, like Mark Cassidy would be 220 pounds, but it's going to be pure muscle. So I'm sure I wouldn't be able to win that battle.
I'm glad you brought up Cassidy's name. We had him on last year too. And there was that good little photo that I use every once in a while of you in training camp when you were mic'd up, where it's like, ooh, Cassidy, when he did Cassidy. That. Was that your reaction when he scored a goal and got in a fight at the same time?
For his first NHL goal.
Yeah, but it was in our training camp. Like,
no, I know, but was that your same reaction when you're watching it from there?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised one bit that he did that. Wasn't surprised one bit.
We were at that game too. We flew into Ottawa for it. We're like,
really?
This is awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
He didn't even know he scored.
No. Well, I mean, that was a one, and I think I will take like 2,000 shots from there. Probably one of them ever gonna go in.
On Carey Price too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, not a big deal. And Igor, you were telling me that you and Cassidy had a good little battle between the two of you. How did that one go? And what was it like fighting the strongest man in the Ottawa Senators organization?
Fought? Oh yeah. Well, nobody really knows about it, but I guess I can open it up now. It was in the past already during the season, but at some point we were really not doing well in the games, and like our team overall. And Troy gave us one of those, stinky practices where it's 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, all practice long battles in front of the net. And so one of them, me and Cassie kind of spiced it up a little bit. I gave him a little good old cross check on the back, and I see his eyes turn red. He's coming in, trying to take me out, and I gave him one. I gave him another one. He gave me one, and next thing you know, we're sticks on the ice. We're scrapping one another, and
awesome.
It was kind of I was kind of impressed with myself. I could have stand on my feet all the time, and then don't let him just drop me on the ice and just like a little bit, handle me like a little baby. So yeah. But we were like literally laughing about it like after practice. You know what I mean? That's one of the things in practice where all practice you're pissed off because you have to do this. You have to get cross-checked, and then so I gave him one of the stinker ones right in the back. He fell down, and next thing I knew that he's gonna come.
Game on.
Yeah, and
it's a good battle.
Oh, it was it was what? He was like 230. I was like 210 at that point, like 440 pounds in between, just going at it. So yeah, that was quite an experience.
A little different than Crooker's first practice with you guys, eh?
Oh my God. Oh, that was
Well, I brought up Crooker too because that fight that Mark Kastelik had after his goal was against the guy who took Crooker out in the rookie tournament, Pezzetta from the Rocket and from Montreal.
No. That wasn't Pezzetta. That wasn't Pezzetta who took.
Who was it? Because I've been throwing darts at a dartboard in my house saying cursing his name. Who was it?
That was the guy who was playing for what's it called? For Hamilton, I'm pretty sure this year.
Oh, he's been like known to take out guys. His name starts with an X, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the guy who I fought too in that rookie camp. Remember?
Nice.
Yep.
When I scored, and then he tried to take me out, and we went at it when I was chirping him out of the bench.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the guy, but that was just unfortunate situation. Honestly, I think
fair.
I'm pretty sure there was nothing intentional. That was just such an awkward play where Crooker tried to, get through where he probably should have just let him take a hit on him.
Right.
He wouldn't have gotten hurt. You know what I mean? That's one of those things where you just rather get hit than try to escape the hit.
And like put your leg in a vulnerable position.
The pivot happened at a bad
and it happened
time,
so quick too, right? It's like one of the first games. I think it was the first game
that
you guys played. That sucks, man. We're chatting with him soon though. How's he doing? Because I know he was in Belleville for a lot of the year, right?
Yeah, he was. He came in, he was starting to skate there, and so I'm sure he's itchy to come back.
Yeah, that sucks, man, because he had such a good start to his pro career the year before, man. He was buzzing. So we're cheering for him and you, man. You guys are two of our favorite friends of the show, man. So hey, when are you getting to Ottawa? What's the plan getting into camp?
Yeah, so I'm planning to come probably like, in around September 7th, 10th, in between that area.
In that snazzy new Audi or what?
Woo!
It's nice, eh?
It's nice, eh?
That's
I like
awesome.
it a lot.
Yeah. So you're going to drive from Halifax?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to drive out of Cape Breton because I have most of my stuff out there. So I'm going to go there, pack everything up and head to road.
So are you up there every weekend still, or you got your own place? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I haven't gotten my own place yet, but it's in a plan obviously, but I'm staying with great people.
Of course.
Here in Halifax and back in Cape Breton, like everybody is so great to me. So
are you a fisherman yet? Like you should basically be a Nova Scotian by now.
I have no patience for this stuff. Like I have no patience for fishing. I have no patience for golf or fishing. Everybody's asking me why you aren't golfing, why you're not golfing.
I'm the same, Igor. Yeah,
I have no patience for this sport. For me, sport has to be everything has to be quick.
Yep.
So I won't teach you how to play baseball then, eh? We'll skip that. What do you do in your off time then? What do you do away from the rink?
He's grinding, man. He's grinding.
Oh yeah, it's
just eating Built bars, drinking shakes, eh?
Oh yeah, protein shakes, greens, and gym, ice, and protein.
Well, you got a beautiful lady in your life too. Congratulations. That's awesome to see, man.
Thank you. Yeah, well, we spent I was in Ottawa for 2 weeks, right before right after I went back to Russia for 5 weeks.
To visit your family, yeah?
Yes, I have, it just much needed to reset overall. Because it's been
long 2 years, man.
Yeah, so then I went to Ottawa for 2 weeks to train there and kind of
cool.
Yeah, I was skating with Sanderson, Ridley Craig, and Tyler Boucher. We were skating with 4 of us. And,
Tyler's a beauty, eh? We've had him on a few times now, eh? Good kid.
Oh yeah, real nice guy. Yeah. Well, I knew him already because he was in Belleville
Oh
for a
yeah,
little bit, right?
With did you see Carson Latimer at all too? He's a good buddy too.
Yeah, I did. Well, I know him from rookie camp last year as well.
True.
Yep.
I always forget you guys had that. And then obviously I guess
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I was in Ottawa for 2 weeks with her there. We kind of, were able to spend some time together, and we went to Miami last weekend, which was kind of fun. Not a bad time.
No,
was that your first time in Miami?
Yeah, my first time. Yeah.
Little different, eh?
Different life there.
Yeah. Were you on like South Beach area?
We were like right in Miami Beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just
beautiful, man. The strip
we were
there.
Walking, you walk out like out of hotel, 4 pools, walk out a little bit more, you're straight on the beach. Like
Igor, when I was there, I've been there once. I left March 11th. The world shut down March 12th. I was there the day before COVID hit.
Really?
The day before, and everyone's like on top of each other at the pools and everything. And it's like, now looking back, it's like that probably wasn't very smart, but it's probably back to normal now, especially in Florida. Yeah. They can't even spell COVID in Florida.
Honestly, I'm sure it wasn't even ever good. Maybe lockdowns.
Maybe for 1 week.
Maybe they did like a 2-week thing, and no, different for sure. Well, hey, Bills, you got anything else for Igor? This has been awesome, man. This has been a ton of fun.
Yeah, this has been sweet. No, I think we pretty much covered it all.
Hey, which of your teammates is going to have a breakout season next year?
Oh, okay.
Mads is banging on the window. Igor, I thought we were friends, man.
Mads? Well, we're not talking goalie wise.
Fair.
Yeah. It's hard to predict them. So.
It's like a relief pitcher in baseball.
Yeah. You know what? We're not going to be going off the goalies. So
who knows? Maybe Mando's number 1 next year.
True.
Never know. Who wants it more?
Yep.
I would say, if I was gonna say that, I think if Robbie Irvente has a great summer, he can have a.
He just scored yesterday, didn't he?
Hey, we're gonna find out right now.
That was an absolute snipe.
Yeah,
that's his spot, eh?
Yeah, top cheese, short side.
And then they got you on the other one-time side.
Exactly. So
Weapons.
I think if he has a great summer, if he matures a little bit more, I think he can have a breakout year.
Awesome. You heard it here first.
Actually, I got one more. So Logan Shaw, the captain, has left the team. Who are some of the leadership guys that could be options for Belleville, do you think?
I think, I would say Scott Sabourin could be a captain.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he's a great leader, and I think he's just an awesome guy overall.
He just flies around there, eh? In the
he's
AHL.
also flying around. It's so awesome to have him on your team. Like you're not scared of many things out there when you captain him. So, yeah, I'm sure he would be. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think
Good Ottawa boy.
It would be well deserved for him to have that.
Yeah,
I love
He's
that.
put in the work. Yeah,
awesome. Well, Igor's putting in the work too, man. We can't wait to see you at training camp. The flow looks good. You look next to Pilsy. I mean, Pilsy, come on. You're on vacation, though. We'll give it to you. You're on vacation. Next to Pilsy, you look like a bodybuilder. So we're ready to see you at training camp, brother. Thanks for joining us, and we will not allow it to be another year. We got to get you on sooner, brother.
Sounds good to me, guys. You got all the hype around all the prospects now, so I'm kind of in the back there. Eh?
No, you're not, brother.
I'm just getting older. There's fresh blood.
Oh my God, we're doing a top 10 Sens prospects, and I promise you'll like where you are. Okay, brother?
All right, guys.
Stick taps to Igor for joining us. What a fantastic dude. And as I was starting to say beforehand, love the shot at the end being like, hey, you guys forget about me. Don't sleep on Igor. This guy looks good, feels good, and he's ready to get after it this upcoming season. He spoke about the mental hurdles, and that just normal turning pro, all the grind of game after game after game. And I think we're going to see a big season from number 13 down with Belleville. If not, at least some games up with the big club throughout this upcoming season.
Yeah, definitely. This is a year to look out for, because now that kind of all the COVID shortened years and all the weird schedule and travel and everything is done. If you guys thought Igor was on top of it last year when he was one of the top scorers in Belleville, look out this year, because he's ready to go, and we're excited to watch him, because it's guys like him that make the Belleville Senators so much more exciting to watch when you're like, how is Egor gonna be just
utilizing that shot, right?
Yeah, that shot is just so incredible. And now that he's kind of slimmed down a bit, I'm excited to see how his skating is going to help him get into different areas and use that shot in a whole lot more dangerous ways.
Fired up. As you heard, Egor will not be participating in the rookie tournament. You know what's crazy? He was in a rookie camp for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's how long ago. And we brought that up the first time we had him on. But Egor will not be at the rookie tournament, but expect him on day one of main camp. However, sources confirm that Angus Crookshank will be taking part in that rookie tournament. Heard it from the horse's mouth. So Angus will be in the rookie tournament. He'll probably be the oldest guy there. But again, he had a missed year of development. So I think it's great. Exercise the demons from last rookie tournament, getting injured and missing the whole year. Can't wait to see Angus get in the mix. Hey, we want to give one shout out before we go. Sens fan in Korea, Rosie, Sens Central citizen. Her shirt has arrived. She posted it. We absolutely love that, Rosie. You look awesome. And Sens Central citizen. It's international.
It's crazy. Yeah. Thanks for Rosie for sharing that. And she's a loyal listener and always engaging and always tagging us in her Alfie posts of her teddy bear going around over in Korea. And that's always fun to keep a watch on. And it's not only Korea, our friend, I'm blanking on his name, but in England,
Travis Lord.
Yep. Thanks for picking me up there, Travis, in England. So we're getting the Sens Central Citizen t-shirts all over, and our Sens Central Citizen coming up this week, Ross. Maybe we'll have another corner of the earth covered as well there.
Hey, no doubt. We're excited for that. There's a little hive of Sens fans in Australia. We're going to dip back into that jar a little bit later. And I just got confirmation that my shirt has been sent. Our good buddy Doodling Daryl.
Nice. Yes.
The Zoob shirt. I got one in the mail. So fired up for that to support local. Doodling Daryl. Go check him out.
Does
on
amazing
Twitter.
Work.
We got a fun collaboration coming. And by collaboration, he did the nicest thing for us ever. So I felt like we had to support him there. Very excited. And that will also be in the mix with the home opener. Not only the ticket link and tickets. I don't know if it's the group discount that we're getting, but extremely reasonable pricing. So hold off on getting your home opener tickets. Sit with the Locked On Senators, fellas. Yes. We got a section in the 300s and the section right below it in the 200s. So we'll have some pints at intermission in the concourse. Say hi. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. And pre-party, I would imagine we stick with Stanley's. But
yeah, that worked out so well.
The walkover is beautiful too.
It's awesome. Yeah, and guys, if you're serious about wanting to come to this, I'm not just saying this as a biased promoter, obviously, but last year we sold out, and we've been hyping this up for a while. This is a home opener, like Ross said. The discount prices look amazing. If you're serious about going, keep an eye out for that link because I have a feeling this is going to sell out fast, as it should, because we are going to have an absolute blast.
Oh, it's flashing green light night,
yes,
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
On October 18th. So stay tuned on Twitter at Sens Central and Instagram lockedon.senators for more information as it becomes available. The ticket rep, Devin, who's been awesome to deal with the Senators, he said in the next 2 weeks, for sure, we'll have the link out. They're just working some things out on their end. But stay tuned for all that. Hope you enjoyed our interview with Egor Sokolov. Again, lots more content coming here. You can watch all our old interviews too. We've had a few comments on our old Ridley Gregg interviews on our YouTube. So, hey, they stand the test of time, and that's great to see. So, if you're craving Sens content, there's over 450 videos for you there on our YouTube channel. But for today, we say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed Egor Sokolov. For Brandon Piller, I'm Ross Levitan. This has been the Locked On Senators podcast, your team every day.